Good afternoon, Rebecca. It's a pleasure to be here,
Hi,
es-
Stephanie.
especially coming in after this weather that we've been having. This weather that we need here, but it's still weather that we don't like. Speaking of weather, what weather best describes how you're feeling today?
Oh, I feel like I'm in the midst of a hurricane right now.
Really, I always look at you as my sunshiny day. Tell me what's going on.
Well, it seems that it's not really about me, it's about something that somebody's saying behind my back.
Oh my. You're one of my principals who's always so well appreciated because you've done so many things. So I can imagine that you feel betrayed and maybe even a little angry if someone is talking about you behind your back.
Yeah, and I think it really has a lot to do with even who it is. Brad, I think I've talked to you about Brad before. He's our superstar
Yes.
teacher, not only at our school, but other teachers really admire him and take him very seriously as an expert in writing. Well, it seems that he is upset by the new writing benchmark assessments that the district has just adopted.
Hmm.
And in his words, they're junk. And he just says that he is not going to do them. They're not good for his kids. And so he's not going to have his kids do them.
Wow. I know you are probably stunned by that and perhaps even a little outraged that he would say that he's not going to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Part of me just feels like, I'm the principal and I need to go down there and let him know that this is our plan and he's going to do it. Um,
So you need to be appreciated and valued in the role that you play.
yeah, I guess I just feel like he is trying to be an independent contractor and go off on his own thing. And we need to have a well thought out plan.
Well, I know you need to be respected and valued for the work that you do. And certainly, him going off as an independent contractor might make you feel as though your role and your authority as a principal is being usurped, as well as any autonomy that you might have with the district as well in terms of getting some things done.
Yeah, exactly. I think that I know that Brad has studied writing a
Hmm.
lot.
Hmm.
He's taken a lot of coursework. He shares a lot of professional reading with us. Um, so the fact that he is really against this is kind of a big deal on our staff right now and on our campus.
I would imagine that that makes you feel a little boxed in with the district and him and your staff, and perhaps even a little anxious and scary as a first year principal in terms of where do you stand with your teachers? Where do you stand with Brad? Where do you stand with the district?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm frustrated and I'm angry. I'm really angry right now.
Well, I know you've told me that your district is studying Michael Fullen's work, The Three Keys. And I know you said that the key that you're focusing on this year is system player.
Right.
Welcome to the world of being a system player.
Thank you.
Because being a system player often means that you are having to do that delicate dance between benefiting from and contributing to what's best for the district. So if Brad is right and your autonomy is being threatened, but if he is wrong, perhaps it puts you in either a healthy or an unhealthy position with either him or with the district. So you need to choose at some point which way you're going to go here.
I think you're exactly right. Brad knows his stuff. He definitely is much more of an expert right now in this.
Hmm.
And to be honest, I haven't even had the time to really look through the benchmark assessments and look at the scoring criteria with the state. Um, so part of me thinks that what if Brad is right?
Hmm.
But then the other part of me is I am a systems player and I want my staff to follow our plan.
So you told me about Brad and what you value in Brad. Tell me a little bit more about the district. What do you think their thinking was behind this whole benchmark assessment piece?
Well, I think that our district, we love kids. We want
Mm-hmm.
the best for kids. I think we're a good district, and we usually have, thought out plan. Um, but I don't think that there was any teacher input in selecting this,
Mm-hmm.
and I really think, I wonder, is that maybe what's bothering Brad, that there wasn't any teacher input, much less his input.
So, what's the desired outcome here? What could be some things that could take place so that no one dies on the hill here? Not Brad, not the district, and of course, most
Not
importantly for
me.
me, not you. Right, not you.
Well, I think that maybe if Brad had the opportunity to maybe voice his concerns, um, and really kind of tell me what it is that he's thinking,
Mm-hmm.
rather than me hearing it from others, his partner teacher or others that are coming to me. Maybe that might, maybe I could ask him to kind of review things with me and inform me. I guess I could do some research.
You have time for that.
At
So let's see. You said one option is you could go down there and you could give Brad a little what for,
Mhm.
for how dare he put you in a place where you have to feel this way. Another option could be what?
Maybe Brad and I could sit down and look at it together. That might help me with the time issue if he could kind of
Mm-hmm.
walk
Mm-hmm.
me through
Mm-hmm.
things, with his expertise as well. Um, I think I could probably go to the district and see if there was, maybe the curriculum director could, look at
Mm-hmm.
it with me as well.
Mm.
But I don't know that they have time for that either, or what I'm walking into.
So it sounds like we've got four options here. You could go down there and tell him. You could ignore him just completely and just ignore the whole thing and see if Brad is really going to do what he said he's going to do or not. You could go and listen to him, or you could go and talk directly to the district curriculum director. So, of the four options, which do you think is best?
Probably going down and talking to him and
Mm-hmm.
having him, um, look at it with me and maybe inform me a little bit. Maybe after we talk, maybe he just needs to be heard. Um, but if he does really have some legitimate concerns and he can show me some evidence, then maybe I could then take that, or even ask him to come along with me to the curriculum director. And I think time is kind of an issue
Mm-hmm.
with us
Mm-hmm.
as
Mm-hmm.
well.
So you're hoping that if you go down and talk to Brad, listen to him, let him share his concerns, let him even show you some of the concerns,
Right.
then the issue could be resolved either with him and or you would have information that would allow you to go to the district and speak to the curriculum director about what's working or what may not be working with those assessments. Is that right?
Yeah.
So tell me, if we're going to go through door number, I think that was door number three.
Our own door.
Right, we're going to go through door number three. What might that conversation strategy be? What might it look or sound like when you go to meet with Brad?
Well, I think I need to be honest with him that,
Mm-hmm.
I've heard some things that he's upset,
Mm-hmm.
and that I would like to, talk to him. I think probably the other piece that's kind of bothering me is that maybe he didn't feel like he could come to me.
Mm.
And I feel like that's something I want all staff members to know, rather than it get to this hurricane
Right,
feeling for
right,
me or them or
right,
our kids,
right.
that they could come and talk to me. So I think I'd, kind of start off with that,
Mm-hmm.
saying, let's talk about this. I've heard these things, and then, maybe express that I do value him and respect
Mm-hmm.
him. So show me what you got.
Okay, that's good. And then when he shows you what he's got, and he's right, system player. Do you join the rebellion, system player?
No, I can't do that. But I think that I just need to maybe have the same approach of then going to, the director of
Mm-hmm.
curriculum, and, and again, I think that Brad is valued in our
Mm-hmm.
district too. So
Okay.
maybe even having that teacher voice,
taking him
might
with you
be.
maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Might I also suggest that you take with you, if you're going to take the assessment itself, you might want to take the state framework and rubrics and any other resources and materials that support Brad's position, if indeed his is the position that you're going to.
If we do find that. Yes.
Good, 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 good. So now tell me, when do you think this could happen?
Well, like I said, the assessments are coming up in just a few weeks. I think we're about a month or so away.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, again, if we're talking about the whole system,
And we often are.
I'm going to need to go down within the next day or two and talk to Brad, and then be able to contact the curriculum director and maybe meet with her next week.
So since we've been talking, the hurricane seems to be subsiding a little bit, but sometimes a hurricane creates a sense of urgency. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how committed are you to taking these next steps now that perhaps you're not feeling such a sense of distraughtness?
I think I'm in. I'm a 10.
You're a 10.
I feel much calmer, and now that I have, kind of talked it through and have a well thought out plan rather than this is it. So thank you.
Well, good thinking for a first year principal. This is a bump in the road, and you've been going down the yellow brick road up to this point. But the weather continues to change. And so there may be some other storms that might be brewing. What might you do in the future so that any other rebellion or storms might be mitigated?
I think that's really important for me to kind of reflect and make sure that my staff does know that they can come to me
Mm-hmm.
rather than have these little side conversations and threaten to rebel or not do things. And I think it's very important for me not to react to that and say, yes, you are,
Mm-hmm.
but to really keep that communication and build those relationships with them.
And I think I heard you say something earlier about even deciding whether or not you might share with the entire staff some of what's happening between you and Brad, because I'm sure they already know.
Oh, they know.
and moving forward with that. Okay, so I think we've got a good plan, and you're committed to it.
I'm
So
committed.
these next few days, and within another week, if necessary, meeting with the director at the district level. And of course, I'm here to help you in any way that you might need. So tell me, how did this work for you today?
Oh, this was phenomenal. I think that it was just talking through it. It was much better than me just going with my gut of I'm going to go and, get them in line, all the soldiers in line, and get going. So I think this is a good plan for our staff and for our kids.
So it sounds like you think we're ending up in a better place
Yes.
than where we began. Maybe there's not a storm.
No.
Maybe the sun is beginning to shine for you on this situation. Okay,
I
well,
can see it peeking through the clouds.
it's always a pleasure to be with you.
Thank you so much. I'll keep you posted.
Thank you.